frame 11, O'Sullivan looking to restore that 3-frame buffer zone.
Yeah, it was a thin shot, but not as thin as he hit it. I wonder if O'Sullivan will just play on a colour or he'll just get the cue ball into the bunch here, take his risks. Yeah, I mean, he's always been a controlled player. Some of the players might have ploughed the cue ball into those. I guess he feels he can land on a ball from anywhere. Just one red he can play on. One thing O'Sullivan has done, he's lured other players into playing with their opposite hand. So they think they can do it like he can. But none of them can do it. Jack Niezowski being a prime example. Played a lot of disappointing shots today. Right-handed. It's all a bit scruffy, isn't it, tonight, this session? Ronnie is just having his own little battles. He's the greatest of all time, but he still doubts himself occasionally. But he'll have a chance to put it right here. Ryan has not capitalised.
Ryan down. Third.
What a shot to take on this. Oh.
What?
Yeah, great shot, wasn't it? But I think his mind was getting that cue ball into an area where his next shot's going to be a snooker. Still a great red.
Ryan O'Sullivan.
Well, Ryan Day has already missed the boat once. That was a wonderful chance, which he didn't really capitalise on. So this is another moment he's got to escape without leaving a red on. Well, he's not completely on it.
Foul and a miss. Ryan O'Sullivan full.
Well, he's not going to take the misses. He's going to play this red he's close to.
One.
It seems that whenever Ronnie O'Sullivan plays into reds, he lands on one because he plays a shot so well.
9.
Galvanise your thoughts, win the frame, get back 3 in front.
$60. 17. Cheers, Ronnie. Thanks.
Doesn't want to be straight on the black.
25.
I think he's got a slight angle. Just punch the cue ball in behind this red. Yes, he has. That'll do. Yeah, he shouldn't have really finished on that red in that way, but I still expected him to pot it. Definite
30.
chance missed by Ryan Day, because Sullivan has just got to finish the job. This is the one, certainly, that got away, like a few others today for Ryan.
And the annoying thing for Day
38.
is that the red he missed was the first one he's failed on with the rest all day.
40.
Sullivan just taking a quick peek at the scoreboard. It tells him green and brown will do.
43.
He will be feeling better after that. It's all very well to produce inspirational snooker when you're full of confidence.
52.
It was a poor spell for O'Sullivan for a couple of frames.
58.
But as we've seen so often, this could be the catalyst for much better.
65.
So for the second time,
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is in the ascendancy by 3 frames. It is 7-4.
Thank you. The 13th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Ronnie O'Sullivan could put this match beyond Ryan Day's reach this evening. He can't win tonight, but he can effectively go through. That said, Day could still rip up the script and put O'Sullivan under pressure. I think for Day, winning 3 of the next 4 frames, a minimum requirement.
I think that's clearly true. But if it did finish 2-2, the score would be 10-6. And you know what happened when he was 10-6 up on Luca Brissell last year? He lost all of the 7 frames in the last session. And he was out. Just making that point. I suppose nothing is quite impossible, because very few people thought that that was going to happen. But I think you're right. 3 frames out of these 4, he'll be leaving himself too much to do anything else.
Foul. And a miss.
Now, this could be one of those very rare occasions where there's more than 147 points on the table here.
Free ball.
So there's basically 155 on the table.
Brown ball. One.
Of course, we have seen it once in professional snooker, a break of 148 in the UK Championship, Jamie Burnett. We're not going to see it here. The only reason I mention it It's
Brian
because it's
Dable.
so rare that that happens. It's always worth a mention.
Yeah, we've had a 16 red, i.e. with a free ball included, total clearance here as well from Steve James. That was just a single red and more disappointment. Actually, talking about 16 red total clearances, Ryan Day made one last year in the Tour Championship. In fact, he made a 16 red total clearance and a 147 in the same contest.
Foul.
Oh dear.
Brian O'Sullivan, 7. Free ball.
Remarkably, we've got another free ball with 15 reds left. But even then, I'm not sure quite what he can make of this. Well, you very rarely see it once, never mind twice. This frame is just about done, isn't it?
And the application he's shown in
48.
this frame has been exemplary.
14 now.
The
56.
positional cannon didn't quite work out, but it's too late to save Day's bacon.
Brian O'Sullivan, 56.
71 points in it. 4 reds and therefore 59 on the table. That means 1 successful snooker and a free ball. He could potentially force a respotted black.
1.
We heard Ronnie make a surprised sort of noise there. He couldn't believe that he missed the plant. Well, there'll be a frame and a half to win. I mean, it's hard to think that's going to happen here. He's got a guaranteed snooker. The red by the brown. It's a question of what he can make of that situation.
9. $16. $17.
If you've heard me tell this story in the past, I apologise in advance. I have unfurled it a few times, but Ryan Day, in the semi-final of the World Grand Prix a few years back, won a frame against Marco Fu, having needed 4 snookers.
Well, here, he's going to get the snooker and put O'Sullivan in trouble, but what is important is where he can put the red. If he can get it in behind somewhere around the green where that is and get behind the brown, then,
24.
well, it's troublesome. I was amazed he left the
Round
cue
out
ball as
20.
far away from the red as that anyway, because the snooker was unmissable, but he's found a way of missing it.
Three snookers. Highly unlikely. One snooker and a free ball within the realms of possibility, but certainly not probability, especially now.
Close the door, Glenn. Close the door.
The second time playing into that pocket, he's been distracted.
One.
But on both occasions, he's knocked the ball in question straight into the target.
Five. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5 on the front.
The gap is now wide. It's never been wider in the match. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5 in front.
Thank you. The 14th frame. Ryan Day to break. One.
Well, beautifully played, and also this blue, if he hits the pink full on, the reds go everywhere, deciding not to play it. But it's around the corner, isn't it, the opening of the bunch?
6.
He does tend to like to play it, I guess, off these shots, just to get the reds open. On a shot like this.
7.
He'll be slightly annoyed that the pink's gone next to the blue and blocked them both off to the middle pockets.
$14. $15.
There's never been a crisis for Ronnie O'Sullivan in this match. That would be linguistic exaggeration. But it's 6-4. You just felt he wasn't happy.
90.
Now he's in command of himself and indeed the match.
put your hands down.
For some reason, Ronnie getting a little distracted, more so than usual. Somebody else has caught his eye there. In that front row, I mean, he's so close to the table. I mean, he would be worried to put the players off, I think. I always wondered how they could maintain such stillness, statuesque people in the front row. Because you're almost on top of the table.
Applause coming from the other side of the arena. With a break of 58, Karen Wilson is now 9-4 up on Joe O'Connor.
Well, you're allowed to carry sandpaper in your pocket at snooker, but not in every sport. Beautiful shot.
30. 30. 59. 60. 67. 68.
'It's one of those famed
75.
O'Sullivan crucible bursts.
76.
'I was saying earlier today, he's played day 8 times before in pro competition. In 7 of those matches, he's made at least 1 century.
84.
This could possibly be his 2nd century of this match.
Yes, and I think he's finishing this session strongly.
91.
He was a little loose, I thought, at the beginning of the evening. But even that previous frame where the balls went in dreadful positions, he knuckled down. And now, this break has been outstanding. He's surging away from Ryan Day.
$96.
What a shame. Also, what a break. Ronnie O'Sullivan now in total control. This is the 102nd match that Ronnie O'Sullivan has played at the Crucible. A record. He's now 3 frames away from winning his 78th match here. Again, a record.
What?
Can Ryan Day muster up something, some resistance after that poor break-off?
Six.
Now, that's disappointing, isn't it? Because it was an opportunity.
Ryan Day 6.
But the cue ball was interesting here because he obviously tried to roll it in on the black, but the cue ball went too far anyway. I know the shot was offline, but look where it finished.
1.
It's all slipping away.
Eight. Nine.
Well, he hit that one ever so well. Didn't look much, but he had to hold the cue ball, get a lot of backspin on it.
$30. 14.
So here's the shot he played, but the next one's also significant. He's ever so good at getting the reds open, isn't he? Just the way that cue ball spins in and out of them.
21.
Seems to spread them. He's not actually on an easy one, but the balls have opened. This red to middle is giving it a lot of care and attention.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. 21.
I thought that was going to go in, I have to say. I thought it seemed to just veer away the very last second. Yeah, I think it did. Ever so slightly.
One.
It was such a thin shave. He was in the lap of the gods where the cue ball went. At least he's got something.
Five. Six.
That was nicely cued.
Well, the last few frames, it's quite difficult to see where the next Ryan Day winning frame is coming from, but this really is a
12.
chance to make that happen.
30.
And a chance he absolutely has to take if he's got any hopes from here.
$20. 21. 27.
Day's modest high break in this session, 37. In that low-scoring 10th frame, he won.
$34. 35. $41.
So what's in the middle of the table is going to be sufficient here. The reds on either side are, well, surplus to requirements.
Maybe he's arrived at that point where
48.
real expectations are low. That's the case. Tension lifts. But in the face of an O'Sullivan barrage in the 4 frames or so, Day's done well here.
$57.
Yes, and this is actually frame ball just to make it really happen. Bit of an onslaught, really. O'Sullivan has been very clinical. He's played better.
64.
But at least Ryan Day has won this frame.
$65. $71. Thank you.
It's not been in evidence tonight, but Day, over the years, has been one of the game's premier scorers. Oh, he's not going to add to his... At least Day's got something encouraging after winning the previous frame with a break of 72.
Ronnie looking at the tip on his cue, I think maybe a few fibres have just come over the edge and they catch your eye a little bit. Well, it was his best passenger play in the evening session, that last frame. Can he add to it? The black's not quite on its spot, which is a bit awkward. Goodness me. Never mind Ronnie's tip, that sounded horrible.
A couple of times today, Neil, you talked about the miscue that turned their match in the World Championship here 18 years ago. That was a violent miscue, so was the one we've just seen.
Yeah, but it was an unusual miscue, wasn't it? Because it was one of those miscues where you're not hitting the bottom of the ball, you're hitting the top. So that's more of a surprise.
Tricky little shots, these, even for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Stroked, not trickled.
So the black, after the miscue, is, as you can see, out of play right now. So again, it's going to be a challenging break, if there is to be a break of any note.
So.
Pink spot covered, so I think, as they say in fashion, pink could be the new black.
Yeah, and of course now this red that he was looking at will be a lot easier with that point you make.
30.
Oh dear. He's enraged, absolutely enraged. He's got a 5-frame lead, but he wants more. And he's probably annoyed that his concentration may not be what he would like it to be.
He's been in and out all day, O'Sullivan. The good has far outweighed the bad. But he's such a perfectionist, he won't be entirely happy with his performance.
Well, this is the chance to keep the match alive. I mean, we're not saying he's going to come back and win. We're just saying the match is still live and dangerous if this frame goes the way of the Welshman. But he just miscued, so he's not feeling all that chipper.
7.
Because no one ever feels good after a miscue. You worry about your tip, you're thinking about all kinds. Got to hold himself together here and make
8.
something happen. Keep O'Sullivan frustrated because he feels that way right now, you can tell. Chance to pull something out of the wreckage of this evening's session.
Forty. $21.
still remains useful that the pink is on the black spot. So I don't know on that basis whether from the blue he probably wouldn't want to disturb anything around the pink spot for now. Just pick off the loose reds. Doesn't want the pink spot to be freed up.
28.
It's kind of the natural shot to go into the pack, I have to say. This is why he's at the table,
33.
Sullivan, and he was absolutely incensed at missing it.
34.
Getting a little closer on the other table. Karen Wilson's lead trimmed to 9-5 over Joe Connor.
Well, the pink is okay. It's not clogged up by other reds, despite the spot being clear. It's a little bit of a risk he took, I thought, playing into them from the blue, but it's not going to matter if he just keeps going.
$47. $48.
The two highest day breaks of the night have come in the last couple of frames.
Well, it wasn't massively convincing, that last shot. It did go in to keep Ronnie's frustration
54.
intact.
Yeah, of course.
Wants it to be respotted, which of course he's entitled to ask. He wants to play the red to the left of the pink. I think that's the reason. But if he doesn't play it, the other one is there anyway.
$55.
The pink and one more red needed.
Well, he believes the red just slides past the pink and the other red. And it's the best he's played all day, this. He's not quite left it too late, has he? But he's left it to the point where he's going to have to play absolutely lights out snooker tomorrow to have any chance of beating O'Sullivan.
68.
Yeah, so Sullivan had the chance to make
69.
tomorrow a formality. But he marginally undercut a blind cutback red to middle in frame 15. That was
75.
allowable, it was a tough shot. But then the red he missed in this frame, that will be annoying for him.
Ryan Day, 75 on the play.
72, then 75 from Ryan Day. From 10-4 down, it is 10-6 overnight. Ronnie O'Sullivan still in the box seat. but there is just a wee element of doubt now.